Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Fire It Up Friday. So, the first one I ever did, Fire Up Friday, that is, was with this fire piston. And I'm getting back to basics, making a little, more traditional type fires. And I had to revisit this. So, this is my rolled canvas fire piston kit. And in here, we have the fire piston. We have our lube, which is petroleum jelly. Come on out of there. A little tool. In here we have our char cloth and some cotton patches. And then in here we have some ramrods. Now, I'm going to go over this sort of kind of from the beginning. So fire pistons have been around a long time. Thousands of years. They say they pretty much were invented in Southeast Asia, okay? They were used a lot through the Victorian age until basically friction matches came into play. And then they kind of died out. But they have a very important place in history. If you recognize the name Diesel, okay, he saw a professor who was studying, I believe, the people of Southeast Asia, I forget which area, that were using fire pistons, and he watched him light a cigarette with a fire piston. And basically that ignited his mind to invent the diesel engine, which is still, still out there today. I mean, the performance of a diesel engine blows away a regular gas engine. So there's a little bit of history behind it. So I'm going to take this apart, and what I have here is the nut on the bottom that I used to seal it. And as you can see, it's kind of dirty. And we have an O-ring here, and that's threaded, internal threads. So this would be considered the cylinder, and this is the piston. We have another O-ring here. I have another O-ring here, which is not necessary, but I like that so that when I slam it, it kind of gives me a little buffer. And then we have our little hole here, which we use to hold our char. So every once in a while, you got to clean this out. So that's why I have these little patches. Now these patches are dual purpose, because you can use it to clean, and you could also use it to make char, to make your next fire. So I have the little ramrod. And all I do is take it, put it on here. Just like when you're cleaning a gun barrel. Look at all that soot. And again, you can use these patches even after you run them through here to char. But I like to clean it out every once in a while. It doesn't have to get spotless, but you want to get it a little clean. So clean off the end a little bit. Alright, then I'll take this side, clean that up. And once you clean this up and you have it all ready, you could charge it. In other words, put some material in it that you're going to use and have it ready to go. Now this will get up to like around 500 degrees. I mean, to me, it amazes me that air, compressed air, basically a gas, will ignite under pressure. And that's what really amazes me about this. So you could basically have a fire piston, and if you're lucky enough to live in an area where there's chaga, okay, so you basically start with nothing but a fire piston and get some chaga, put it in the end here. I believe I did a demo on that, and you could ignite the chaga to get your first fire, and then you could make char cloth for future fires, or just keep using the chaga. So many natural materials, punk wood too. So here's how she works. A little bit different Fire It Up Friday, right? So in here, and this is all handmade stuff. I have a little bit of the petroleum jelly. You want to seal the bottom here because you don't want any gases to escape. That'll defeat the whole purpose. So you want to put this in and get it really tight. Okay? So now the cylinder is ready. Then get some more petroleum jelly. You want to loop, oh, let me clean that first. I didn't clean that off. I'm going to put a little bit of lube on this O-ring. And again, that helps seal in the gases. Okay? Then you want to get a piece of char cloth. And you don't need a lot. It's a little piece like that. Because we're going to put another piece in our bird's nest. You want to take this, bunch it up a little bit, put it in there. Okay? So now basically this is ready to go. You're going to insert this. And now I've seen people slam it really, really hard. You don't need to do that. What you do need to do is practice. Once you get the motion down and you can consistently get it going, you'll see it really isn't that hard. You don't have to slam it. So basically what I do is I hold it like this, and I take my two hands, now you can't see, but my elbows are apart, and I'm going to push it closed. I'm not going to slam it, okay? Now when it hits the bottom stroke, basically hits here, you leave it for a fraction of a second. Not much longer, because then you would extinguish it, okay? So you're going to push it and then pull it back out. You ready? All one motion. And that's it. Now, if you put this out, okay, so now you're starving it of oxygen. Now, normally the fire pistons have a bigger piston, sometimes up to like a ½ an inch, so they have a lot more char material. This is only a ½ an inch, so it's not as much, but sometimes you can get 2 fires out of 1. See what I'm doing? Just getting some of the char off, the ash off, and reset that up. Put it back together, and we're going to give it, my elbows are out and I'm ready to go. And we got it to light again. So with a ½ inch size piston and a nice chunk of char cloth in there, you could light something like a cigarette or whatever, if you smoke, and then put it out, wipe off the ashes for the next time, and maybe use it 2 or 3 times. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this set up in the back. We'll get some probably pine needles, something that's readily available. And we're going to get the fire going because we need to see some smoking. All right, let me get reset up. All right, so you got your little history lesson on the fire piston. I got some pine needles, a little piece of palm husks, and I got some extra char in here. I left my tool inside, but we'll use a piece of pine needle to poke it out. So I got everything ready, all charged up like I showed you. Got that lit. Let's get a little piece of this. Poke that out. Get a little extra. There you go. Put our fire piston on the side. Oop, saw some flames. There she goes. That is a smoking. Oh yeah. Burn, baby, burn. I love me a fire piston. Oh yeah. We gotta back up a little bit there. Oh yeah. It's getting hot in here. Oh, the flames are touching out. They're licking me. Got a little breeze going. Ho ho yeah, hello. Hello, Mr. Flame. Ho ho ho. We backing up. Note to self, check wind direction. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright everyone, thanks for coming along with this one. I appreciate all your views and your comments. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're staying safe, and we'll see you on the next one.